Hello everyone, welcome back or welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to make this delicious homemade hot sauce. This is not just any hot sauce recipe, this is fermented hot sauce, which means we're going to be fermenting the chilies first. This may sound complicated, but it is so easy. The hot sauce is delicious. It is hot and spicy. It has the perfect amount of tanginess because of the fermented chilies, and it's way easier to make than you think. So without further ado, let's get started. The first thing that we're going to do is chop up the chilies. You can use any kind of chilies. I'm using two different kinds as you can see here in the video. The chili that you use will determine the amount of spice your hot sauce will have in the end. You can check out the blog for more details on that. Carefully chop the tops off your chilies and then we're going to slice them in half. A quick little tip here is that you should probably wear gloves when you're doing this because the chilies are hot and it does tend to burn your skin, especially if you have a cut or something. I did not do this and I didn't actually realize it until later, but after I touched my eyes, it did start to burn, so make sure to wear gloves if you have them. Once you've chopped up all of your chilies, we're going to go ahead and move on to the next step. I have here a 1 liter mason jar. Make sure the jar is clean. This step is very important. Next, I'm going to add in all of the sliced chilies into this jar. Into that, I'm going to add in water, enough to fill and cover all of the chilies. Another tip is to pour the water slowly because I did end up splashing it all over the place. Next, I'm going to add in some fine sea salt and then I'm going to just shake the jar a little bit to dissolve it into the water. These are the only two ingredients that we're going to be using for the fermentation process. Now, before we close this, I'm going to add a heavy object to keep the chili submerged. I just use this little ramekin. You can use anything that will fit into your jar. Cover that tightly, and then we're going to let that ferment in a cool and dark place for about 5 days or 2 weeks. It has been 1 week, and this is what the chilies look like. There is no fungus, nothing like that. If you do see some white fluffiness, that is okay. But if you see green mold, then you want to throw that away immediately. Do not use those chilies. I'm going to open that up, remove the ramekin, and then we're going to strain this into a separate bowl, making sure to reserve the brine. Do not throw away that brine. It has so much flavor. We're going to be using it in the sauce. Now I'm going to throw these chilies into a blender. You can also use a food processor, and then we're going to just set that aside for now. Now I actually had no idea how easy it was to make hot sauce before I tried this out, and then after I tasted it I was like, oh my god, this is so much better than any store-bought hot sauce, so you definitely have to try it out too. In a small saucepan, combine together some vegetable oil and sliced garlic, and then we're going to place this on medium flame and cook for about 5 to 7 minutes until the garlic turns golden brown. You don't want to turn this black. We're not trying to burn the garlic. You just want to make it golden brown because burnt garlic is going to be bitter, and that's going to make our sauce bitter too. Just let that cook, stirring in between once in a while like this, and then once it turns this nice golden brown color, we're going to take it off the heat and strain it into a separate bowl. Again, make sure to reserve this oil because this oil is full of garlic flavor. We're going to be using it in the sauce. Now let's go back to the blender. I'm going to add in the toasted garlic, some salt. Start with less, you can taste and add more later. And then I'm also adding some chunks of peach. This is optional, but I really like the flavor that it adds to the sauce. And then half of the garlic oil that we just made. Blend this into a smooth paste, and then you're going to check the consistency and start with about 4 tablespoons of the brine and then add more according to what you prefer. I added 8 tablespoons of the brine in total. Blend that one more time and the chili sauce is ready to go. Actually, there is one more step which is optional, but as you can see the sauce isn't quite smooth, so I'm going to pass that through a sieve and then strain that to get rid of all the little chunks. This makes the sauce silky smooth, just like a store-bought hot sauce. And that's it, your homemade fermented hot sauce is ready to go. All we have to do now is bottle this up and you can dig right in. Store the hot sauce in an airtight bottle or jar and make sure that the container is clean. If it's clean, it will last in the fridge for 3 to 6 months. Homemade hot sauce is also such a great gift idea for people who love spicy food. You can bottle them up in cute little jars and add in little mini tags and they will be adorable. The hot sauce itself is super spicy, it has the perfect amount of tanginess, and adding a little bit of peach or something sweet like a fruit really balances out the flavors. If you haven't already, remember to subscribe to the Food Flamingo for more easy and delicious recipes just like this one. Like the video if you liked it and comment down below if you tried this recipe or if there's anything else you'd like me to make, and as always, thank you so much for watching.